all these tickets in the car.
It's Young Money and Young Weezy, man, this shit too easy. Different bitch for every season, showing me they cleavage. I take drugs and feel relaxed, it's like that therapeutic. She take that pussy on call back so she won't think I need it. I stick this deep inside her throat where it ain't no more breathing. If I don't post and I go ghost, it's gon' be for a reason. Just got my reading and my reasons, I'm booked out the region. This jury call on me, I'm freezing, no way I'm anemic.
Tryna give me a drop and put something on the news, or the nigga be scared. No running away, Draco 8 will be lit. I'm responsible if he get hit in the head. Don't come for the lane, still get full of the man. Too proud, know I lay with my cat in the bed. Book me for a walk through, got a triple of 10. I'ma rock out the shoulder on the glizzy get in. CGE, I just pointed them here to go spin. My little nigga don't play, they won't bother, don't grin. Can't find him, keep hand, I'ma shoot all his friends. If I rob nigga once, I'll do it again. I trapped on the block before we lit was big. Before it was Glock, had to run through some seeds. And now I'm bone stars in the Glock with the kid. I ain't in nobody, 6 people got hit, I ain't aiming nobody, everybody got killed. Nigga, you ain't never scored on the house we did. All you know is spend till another nigga dead. That's the never getting these niggas boxed in. Rob a nigga just thinking they locked in. Everybody got rank, whole gang drop shit. Give a fuck who we in, cause we getting out the whip. Give a fuck who he is if you play getting killed. I robbed a nigga once, I do it again. Niggas wanna be me, but ain't do what I did. Every time it was time to go slide, I slid. Stay in the house cause we aiming their heads. Like some good pussy, we push it to bed. Every street know they fucked up, let us in. See me and Shiesty and niggas be scared. Sliding every day trying to give me a drop and put something on the news, or the nigga be scared. No running away, Draco 8 will be lit. I'm responsible if he get hit in the head. Don't come for the lane, still get full of the man. Too proud, know I lay with my cat in the bed. Book me for a walk through, got a triple of 10. I'ma rock out the shoulder on the glizzy get in. CGE, I just pointed them here to go spin. My little nigga don't play, they won't bother, don't grin. Can't find him, keep hand, I'ma shoot all his friends. If I rob nigga once, I'll do it again. I trapped on the block before we lit was big. Before it was Glock, had to run through some seeds. And now I'm bone stars in the Glock with the kid. I ain't in nobody, 6 people got hit, It was something that stuck, niggas said it was smoke, got smoked first month. Niggas going outside, and niggas down bad, I am not one of them. Soon we gon' do it, I forgot what we did. Wake up the next day, go do it again. Find a new ride, half on knives in the whip. Red Glock got a drum, Eric Glock got a switch. I ain't trippin' no shit, if it happen to me. Took a nigga shit, all he do is make a diss. Moral of the story, niggas ain't no shit. Fuck some racks, I get you out for a verse. We can play games, so you check out first. Young nigga playing with a chick, I stuck. And I'm taking shit back once it's up, then it's stuck. Spin the block 2 times, 1 time, ain't enough. If it's up and it's stuck, if a nigga got a cooler kid for when it heat up. Heard you going outside, had a man down bad, I fucking freeze up. Sticks in the lab, got them chopper with us. We still a take shit from the robber to duck. And this a whole 6 up under the K, I'ma keep on shooting, I don't think it's enough.
What are you talking about? No, we don't.
I saw you do it, buddy.
And I wasn't gonna complain about it until after you started antagonizing me, talking about AJ. I'll tell you the secret to beat that nigga.
The push from my ass and let Steven know. It ain't that I wasn't defending myself. I didn't even know what you was talking about. I'm asleep. I was asleep. And even after the game, I didn't even know what you was talking about when you said something about glitching. I don't even know how to do that. If you quit blitzing so much, you ain't gotta worry about that.
Yo, 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 yo. What's going on? What's going on? Happy belated Turkey Day. We back live and direct. And let's see. We're gonna do a recap of everything that's been going on in the Madden League. I know it's been a while. Had to get a little bit more content, but we got a lot of good things going on in tonight's show. We got 4 viewers already. Make sure y'all check in, like and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna look around the league. We got some post-game coaches controversies. We got some playoffs breakdown stats. You know, the usual on the Madden Tea Party show. But we're gonna get on into the show. Alright. Week 13. We had 6 games played in week 13. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. We got the first up is AJ and the Colts taking on my Ravens. AJ came out on top 17-14. The stats breaking down is let's see, offensive yards gained 260 for AJ, 286 for myself, 122 rushing, 59 for AJ, 201 passing yards, 164 turnovers. I threw 4, and AJ had 2. Let's see. Get this volume right, man. Alright. So Matt Ryan on the day had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 11 of 14 for 207, finishing with a 118.7 QBR. Lamar Jackson on the day had 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 8 of 18, QBR rating 62.7. Jonathan Taylor, 26 attempts, 60 yards, rushing, no touchdowns. He led all rushers in this game. And Alex Pierce, 5 receptions, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. Next matchup, we had Mac Towns, Smitty, Browns taking on the 2 commissioners at that, TJ and the Texans. Smitty came away with the victory 31-24. Offensive yards gained 229 for Smitty, 417 for TJ. TJ 49 rushing yards, 13 for Smitty. Offensive passing yards 216 for 368 for TJ. Turnovers 3-2 in Smitty favor. Tom Brady on the day, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 28 of 37 for 381, 101.2 QBR rating. Deshaun Watson, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 18 of 29, 237 yards passing, QBR rating 82.1. Nathan Contrail, 10 attempts, 39 yards. He led all rushers in this game. Amari Cooper on the day, 5 receptions, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. Our next matchup was AJ Bills, A Jizzle, and Polk in the Dolphins. AJ came out with the close victory, 38-30. Stats breakdown as such: 367 for A Jizzle, 262 for Polk. Offensive rushing yards -8 for Polk, 92 for AJ. 275, 270 offensive passing yards, about even. 2 turnovers for A Jizzle and 5 for Polk. Josh Allen, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, finished the day 15 of 27 for 321 yards. 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He finished the day 16 of 25, 288 yards passing. Rushing, James Cook had 21 attempts for 88 yards and no touchdowns, leading all rushers in this game. Stephon Diggs, 3 receptions, 156 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Led all receivers in this game. AJ again with the victory, 38-30. Next matchup, we have BB, divisional opponent, Big Smooth Eagles. In this matchup, BB came out with a close victory, 30-23. Offensive yards gained, 362 for BB, 326 for Big Smooth. 64 rushing yards for BB, 29 for Big Smooth. 1 yard difference in offensive passing yard, 298 to 297. 2 turnovers apiece. The player stats: Tyler Huntley, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 23 of 32 for 318 yards. Jalen Hurts with about the same stats: 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 14 of 24 for 313 yards. Brian Robinson led all rushers in this game, 13 attempts for 54 yards, no touchdowns. Quez Watkins finished the day, 5 receptions, 234 yards, and 3 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. On the second note, Scary Terry, 9 receptions, 139 yards, and 1 touchdowns. Also, well, in that game, BB took the victory. I want to say it was 30-23. Take a sip of water real quick. Our next matchup, we had Cabo Panthers taking on Vino Jags. Cabo came out with a close victory, 34-31. Players, well, the box score looking like 339 for Cabo, 318 for Vino. 181 yards rushing for Vino, 45 for Cabo, 294 passing yards for Cabo, 137 for Vino. Turnovers 4 for Vino, 1 for Cabo. Baker Mayfield finished the day, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 9 of 13 for 173 yards. Jameis Winston, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 21 of 43, 299 yards passing. Travis Etienne Jr. finished the day, 14 attempts, 181 yards, and 3 touchdowns, leading all rushers in this game. And Tommy Turbo, 7 receptions, 112 yards, and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Christian Kirk was leading receiver for the Jags, 3 receptions, 102 yards, and 1 touchdown, by the way. Alright. Take it. The next matchup, we got another divisional battle. Mr. Owens, Bo taking on the Nate Slice the Cake Seahawks. In this matchup, it was 38-31. 276 yards gained for the Niners, 390 for the Seahawks. 140 yards rushing for Mr. Owens, 103 for Nate. 287 offensive yards passing, 136 for the Niners. 1 touchdown, 1 turnover for the Niners and 4 for Nate's. Looking at the player stats, Trey Lance finished the day, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 9 of 14 for 152 yards. Drew Lock, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 16 of 25, 287 yards passing. Elijah Mitchell led all rushers in this game, 21 attempts for 136 yards and 1 touchdown. DK Metcalf, 4 receptions, 140 yards and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. In our next matchup, where we at? Force win. Well, the next matchup was a 70 piece. Kelvin kicked the hell out of Sly ass, 77-3. Offensive yards gained, 574 to 203 for TT. 78 rushing yards, 75 for Sly. 496 passing, 128 for Sly. Turnovers, none for Kelvin, 7 for Sly. Adam Schaefer finished the day, 6 touchdowns, 19 of 20, 496 yards passing. Perfect QBR rating for the rookie. For the other rookie, On the Rams, 6 turnovers, 17 of 36, 170 yards passing. Rashad White, 16 attempts, 74 yards, and 3 touchdowns, leading all rushers in this game. What up, TJ? Hey, and Kirk Hyde finished the day with 6 receptions, 229 yards, and 3 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. Tyrese Prince, a rookie, also had a great day, 10 receptions, 116 yards, and no touchdowns. Where we at? Is that it? And that will conclude all the games for week 13. The rest was fair sims or forced losses. Moving on to week 14. First game was glitch team. AJ took the victory, 31-23. Next matchup we got Cabo Panthers taking on Shraggy and the Titans. Cabo came out with a victory, 30-12. Box score 327 for Cabo, 247 for Shraggy. Rushing 82 for Cabo, 31 for Shraggy. 245 passing yards for Cabo, 216 for Shraggy. 2 turnovers for Cabo, 7 for Shraggy. Jameis Winston finished the day, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 16 of 23 for 273 yards. Malik Willis, 2 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 9 of 22 for 236. Rushing, Christian McCaffrey finished the day 27-82 for 1 touchdown, leading all rushers in the game. Marquise Brown, 3 receptions, 125 yards, and 1 touchdown. He led all receivers in this game. Our next matchup, Mike J. Broncos taking on Big Smooth Eagles. The Broncos might have sealed his fate going to the playoffs with this win. 42-23, Mike J take the victory. 399 offensive yards gained, 176 for Big Smooth. Rushing, 99 rushing yards for Mike J, 75 for Big Smooth. 300 yards passing for Mike J, 101 for Big Smooth. 4 turnovers apiece. Justin Fields finished the day 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 20 of 26 for 307 yards passing. Jalen Hurts, no touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 9 of 20 for 125 yards. Saquon Barkley, 22 attempts for 91 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns, leading all rushers in this game. Greg Dortch, 6 receptions, 109 yards, 0 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. Let's see. Our next matchup, we had J Munt Saints taking on TJ and them Texans. J Munt took the victory, 59-28. Alright, the breakdowns like this: 473 offensive yards gained for J Munt, 401 for TJ. Rushing, 28-25 was TJ favor. 448 passing yards for J Munt, 373 for the Texans. Turnovers was in J Munt's favor, causing 6 for TJ and 1 for, he only committed 1 turnover, so it was already decided from there. Looking at the rookie, 7 touchdowns, 1 interception, 17 of 31. Dave Barrett had a hell of a day, finished with 455 yards passing. Tom Brady, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 30 of 51 for 416 yards passing. Rushing, Alvin Kamara finished the day 7 of 26, no touchdowns. He did lead all all rushers in this game by 1 yard. Chris Payne, 10 receptions, 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. We got the Bears and Packers. Bears and the Packers, NFC North Division battle. Old Natural take the victory, 44-14. 418 yards gained for Old Natural, 66 for Narwhal, 325 yards rushing. Man, 32 for Narwhal. 4 turnovers, 3 turnovers for Old Natural. Jared Midrick, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Finished the day 16 of 13 for 102 yards. Russell Wilson, 0 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 5 of 16. Finished with 45 yards passing. Aaron Jones leading all rushers in this game. 20 attempts, 221 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Robert Towan, 1 reception, 51 yards, 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. TZ took the victory in this glitched matchup. Next matchup we got is AJ Colts taking on Poster Boy Steelers. In this one, it was a shutout, 34-0. 383 yards gain for the Colts, 260 for Poster Boy. 92 rushing yards for Poster Boy, 197 for AJ. Turnovers came down 6-2. Looking at the players' stats. Matt Ryan finished the day 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 8 of 12 for 191 yards. Sharif Andrews, no touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 15 of 26 on the day for 168 yards. Jonathan Taylor leading all rushers in this game, 30 attempts, 197 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And also as the receiving, leading all receivers in this game, Jonathan Taylor, 2 receptions, 72 yards, and 1 touchdown. Again, AJ take the victory in a close AFC. Well, in the AFC division, AFC South division, I correct myself, is literally maybe a half a game difference, 1 game depending on the next advance. But yeah, it's gonna be a tight race to the end in that division. Moving on to the next matchup, we had the Bengals taking on Nate Seahawks in a close one. I should got some damn video of that game. I ain't know it was that close. 28-24, Poe take the victory. Looking at the breakdown, it was 257 offensive yards gained, 395 for Nate. Rushing, 115 rushing yards for Nate, 23 for Poe. 234 offensive passing yards, 280 for Nate. 2 turnovers apiece. Drew Lock had a day, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 21 of 28 for 280 yards passing. Joe Burrow, not looking like his normal self, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 16 of 24 for 252 yards passing. Kenneth Walker leading all rushers in this game, 19 attempts for 77 yards and no touchdown. DK Metcalf led all receivers in this game, 5 receptions for 138 yards and 1 touchdown. Okay, our next matchup, we had Greasy Patriots taking on Ash and them Raiders. Kinfolk take the victory 38-28 in another playoff deciding game. The stats break down like this: 453 offensive yards gained for Kinfolk, 219 for Ash, 67 rushing yards, 43 for Ash, 386 offensive passing yards, 176 for Ash. 8 turnovers for Ash, 4 for Greasy. Mac Jones on the day finished 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 22 of 37 for 394 yards. Jacob Skimmett, 3 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 14 of 25 for 209 passing. Zamir White led all rushers in this game by 4 yards, 9 attempts of 38, no touchdowns. Calvin Ridley led all receivers in this game, 5 receptions, 189 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Alright, had another divisional NFC West battle. Slide taking on Mr. Owens. Slide take the victory 35-28. Breakdown like this: 402 offensive yards gained, 304 for Mr. Owens, 79 rushing yards, 29 for Sly, 225 passing yards, 373 for Sly, 4 turnovers apiece. Scotty Fox, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 18 of 28 for 403 passing. And Trey Lance, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 14 of 25 for 240 yards passing. Elijah Mitchell led all rushers in this game, 21 attempts, 72 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Alright, Tyrese Prince leading all receivers in this game with 5 receptions, 152 yards, and 2 touchdowns as a rookie. Next game we have is... Alright, we got Kelvin Bucks taking on Polk Dolphins in a Florida battle. 42-28, Kevin take the victory. Offensive yards gained, 464 for Kelvin, 351 for Polk. Rushing, not even close. Outgained him by 200 yards. Polk had 229 to Kelvin 29. Passing, 435 to Polk 122. No turnovers again, back-to-back weeks. I see you, Kevin. And 1 turnover for Polk. 1 turnover for Polk in this game. Adam Schaefer finished the day as a rookie again, balling out there. 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, 20 of 28 for 440 yards. Tua, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 10 of 14 for 140 yards. Von McKinley led all rushers in this game, 22 attempts for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans on the day leading all receivers in this game by 2 yards, 6 receptions, 131 yards, and 3 touchdowns. His teammate right behind him, 4 receptions, 129, and 2 touchdowns. In this matchup, we had the NFC Championship rematch. And this one again, CJ take the victory, 40-6 over the Commanders in BB. The breakdown looked like this: 425 offensive yard gain for CJ, 178 for BB. 90 rushing yards for CJ, 56 for BB. 335 passing yards for CJ to BB 122. 1 turnover for CJ and 4 for BB. Kellen Mond had a hell of a day. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 19 of 27 for 340 yards. Tyler Huntley finished the day 16 of 18, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions for 132 passing. Dalvin Cook, 20 attempts, 66 yards, 1 touchdown, leading all rushers in this game. I had to change the song. Alright, Adam Thielen finished the day 7 receptions, 165 yards, and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Alright. Next matchup, we had Wayne, undefeated Wayne and them Chargers taking on Uptown and the Lions. Wayne dominated in this game, giving out a 48-piece, no sauce. 51-3. Alright. Offensive yards gain is 347 for Wayne, 155 for Uptown. 82 rushing yards for Uptown, 48 for Wayne. 299 passing yards, 73 for Uptown. No turnovers for Wayne, 4 for Uptown. Justin Herbert had a hell of a day. 15 of 18, 4 touchdowns, 315. Perfect QBR rating. Uptown finished the day with Aaron Fredman. 6 of 17, no touchdowns, 4 interceptions for 82 yards passing. DeAndre Swift led all rushers in this game. 22 attempts, 82 yards, and no touchdowns. Lunt Allen, 6 receptions, 94 yards, and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Alright, and our final matchup was my Ravens taking on Vino Jags. The Ravens came out with a victory 22-15. Offensive yards game was 203 to Vino 157. Had 104 rushing yards to his 28. Passing 129 to my 99. 3 turnovers for Vino, 1 turnovers for myself. Lamar Jackson on the day, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 8 of 18 for 136 yards. Baker Mayfield finished 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 12 of 20 for 152 yards. J.K. Dobbins leading all rushers in this game, 15 attempts for 73 yards, no touchdowns. And Allen Robinson the second, 4 receptions, 68 yards, 0 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. That will conclude week 14. Moving on to the highly anticipated week 15. We started off with a forced win. Kelvin get another victory, 20-10. And the next matchup we had Cabo Panther taking on TZ and the Giants. Cabo take the victory 44-13. 335 yards offensive game for Cabo, 208 for TZ. 91 rushing yards for Cabo, 22 for TZ. Surprising. 244 passing yard, 186 for TZ. 7 turnovers TZ to 2 for Cabo. Player stats breakdown like this. Jameis Winston finished the day 16 of 31, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions for 265 yards passing. And Jerry Goldman, 1 touchdown, 7 interceptions, 17 of 33, 206 passing. Christian McCaffrey, 23 of 85, 2 touchdowns, leading all rushers in this game. Rashad Bateman had a day, 10 receptions, 133 yards, and no touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Alright, next matchup we had Cabo. I said Cabo. Poe Bengals taking on TJ Texans. Commissioner matchup. In this one, Poe took the victory 49-35. Offensive yards game with 446 for Poe. Oh, close. 448 for the Texans. Rushing, 103 rushing yards, 51 for Poe. 345 passing yards for TJ, 395 for Poe. 4 turnovers for Poe, 5 for TJ. Joe Burrow finished the day 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 21-32 for 412 yards passing. Tom Brady, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 23 of 41 on the day for 350 yards passing. Damon Pierce, 6 attempts, 45 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns, leading all rushers in this game. Joe Mixon, 6 receptions, 164 yards, and 2 touchdowns, being the leading running back as a receiver in this game. Throat been dry as hell. I don't know what it is, man. Let's see the next matchup we have. NFC South matchup. 45. Well, excuse me. Let me give a proper introduction. J-Munt and the Saints take this one 45-7 over Petrie. Looking at the breakdown, it goes 244 offensive yards game, 450 for J-Munt, 68 rushing yards, 15 for Petrie, 382 passing for J-Munt, 229 for Petrie. Turnovers, no turnovers for J-Munt. I see you. 4 for Petrie. David Barrett finished the day, perfect QBR rating, 23 of 29, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, 406 passing. Desmond Riddler, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 16 of 34 for 255 yards passing. Alvin Kamara led all rushers in this game, 68 for 2 touchdowns. John Ross III, 7 receptions, 180 yards, receiving 2 touchdowns. He led all receivers in this game. Force. Damn. And this one, it was I guess the game didn't save, and they ended up getting the force win to AJ. 31-10 was the final score on that. Glitch team 28-14. Oro take the victory in that one. And this one, we had a close one. A Jizzle and the Buffalo Bills taking on Poster Boy. AJ came out with a victory 14-10. 184 yards gained in this one. 180 for Poster Boy. Everything was close. 4 yards difference in the offensive yards game and 2 yards difference in the rushing yards. Poster Boy took that one 80-78. Passing 106 and 100 for Poster Boy in the passing yards. 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers for AJ. Sharif Andrews, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 12 of 18 for 121 yards. Josh Allen on the day, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 6 of 15 for 128 yards. James Cook finished the day 12 of 79 for no touchdowns. Tyler Johnson, 3 receptions, 74 yards, and no touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Another big win for A Jizzle. In this one, we got myself taking on Smitty. Commissioner's battle again. AFC North. Smitty take the victory 38-12. Offensive yards gained with 308 to my 197. 130 yards rushing for myself, 16 for Smitty. Offensive passing yard 292 to my 67. I had 5 turnovers to his 3. Deshaun Watson on the day, 4 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 17 of 30 for 312 yards passing. Lamar Jackson on the day finished 16-19 for 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 104 yards passing. And J.K. Dobbins, 20 attempts, 98 yards, no touchdown, leading all rushers in this game. Anthony Schwartz, 4 receptions, 105 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. Big win for Smitty in the AFC North. And did I pass? I knew we had some more force wins too. Alright, in the next matchup, NFC West battle. Doug, the undefeated Cardinals, taking on Sly and the Rams. Alright. Okay, I had to change the song again. Alright, so in this one, offensive yards gained 387 for Doug, 273 for Sly, 105 yards rushing for Sly, 70 for Doug, 317 offensive passing yards, 168 for Sly, 2 turnovers for Sly, 5 for Doug. Kyler Murray on the day finished 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 15 of 29 for 327. Scotty Fox, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 9 of 20 for 178 yards passing. James Robinson led all rushers in this game, 12 of 71 for 1 touchdown. And DeAndre Hopkins finished the day 4 receptions, 129 yards, 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Alright, so we're alright back. Next matchup we had Polk Dolphins taking on BB. In this one, BB came out on top 38-21. 470 yards offensive yards gained, 184 for Polk. 124 rushing yards, 35 for Polk. BB had 355 offensive passing yards to Polk 149. 4 turnovers for BB, 5 for Polk. Tyler Huntley on the day finished 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 19 of 29 for 357 yards passing. Tua, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 11 of 26 for 167 yards passing. Brian Robinson led all rushers in this game, 16 attempts with 84 yards and 1 touchdown. And Scary Terry, 5 receptions, 133 yards and no touchdown, but he led all receivers in this game. Our next matchup was an AFC West battle. Wayne, the undefeated Chargers, 52-21 over their division rival. 478 offensive yards gained, 289 for Ash. No rushing yards for Ash, 35 for Wayne. Everybody was airing it out in this game. 443 passing yards, 289 for Ash. 8 turnovers for Ash, 4 for Wayne. Justin Herbert finished the day 29 of 38, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 459 yards passing. Jacob Skimmett, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, 19 of 35. 19 completions, 35 attempts for 332 yards passing. Marvin Harris, 16 attempts, 35 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, leading all rushers in this game. And Darren Waller finished with 9 receptions, 159 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns, leading all receivers in this game. Alright, in this next matchup, we have Big Smooth Eagles taking on Nate and the Seahawks. Big Smooth take the victory 24-17. 231 yards, offensive yards gained, 254 for Nate. 117 rushing yards, 84 Nate's. Passing 174 for Nate, 114 for Big Smooth, 3 turnovers apiece. Player stats breakdown. Drew Lock finished the day, no touchdowns, 1 interception, 18 of 24 for 194 yards passing. Jalen Hurts and Big Smooth, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 12 completions for 21 attempts on 139 yards passing. Miles Sanders, let me change this song. Alright. Miles Sanders leading all rushers in this game, 20 attempts, 87 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns. Quez Watkins, 3 receptions, 76 yards receiving, and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Our next matchup was an NFC battle. 24-14, Mr. Owen take the victory over Uptown. 374 yards, offensive yards gained. 378 for Mr. Owens, 4-yard difference. 157 rushing yards for Mr. Owens and 42 for Uptown. 332 offensive passing yards, 221 for Mr. Owens. 1 turnover to 5 turnovers for Uptown. Trey Lance finished the day, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 10 of 16 for 237 yards passing. Aaron Fredman, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 20 of 30 for 332 yards passing. Elijah Mitchell leading all rushers in this game, 28 attempts, 157 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, but he did fumble. Jameson Wilson, I'm sleepy. Jameson Williams, 5 receptions, 125 yards, and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. Next matchup. In this matchup where all the controversy happened, new rivals, you could say, in a division that is 1 game separated. In this matchup, the Patriots, Greasy, came out on top 34-31 over Farland. I did have the player stats, but you know the breakdown went like this: 346 yards gained, 286 for the Patriots, rushing 124 for McFarland, 64 for Greasy. 1 turnover in this game for Greasy, 2 for McFarland. We're gonna look at the controversy in a minute, but it looked like a hell of a game. I wish the YouTube channel McFarland wasn't on private. We would have been able to see the highlights and everything, man. But the controversy come in as this: you had some controversy on what they are calling a glitch, but as y'all seen earlier in the clips in the intro of the show, we had some controversy, man. We're gonna look into what happened, man.
Base of 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Operating Jones. Man open. That's counted. Jets pressured. And they'll wind up getting
Bigger image.
base of 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Break down stats like this.
Right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Operating from the gun. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jets pressure. Jones. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Elijah Moore had 3 receptions for 60 yards and 1 touchdown.
Right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a
Operating
huge
from the
loss.
gun. Jones. And the Jets pressured. Throwing on 2nd and long. Base of 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Calvin Ridley. And they'll wind up getting...
Right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Base of 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jones. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley.
No, it ain't that I wasn't defending myself. I didn't even know what you was talking about. I'm asleep. I was asleep. And even after the game, I didn't even know what you was talking about when you said something about glitching. I don't even know how to do that. If you quit blitzing so much, you ain't got to worry about that. You blitz 99 plays at the game. But nigga got to be okay with that. Now, Poe talking about he won't do something to implement that. Implement something about me going 5 wide. But he can blitz all game. Hey, listen. You niggas are nuts. I don't even know how to do no glitching on here. That's first of all. I was just doing something to just hurry up and get the ball out of my hand. And on top of that, I run that play every game. Every game. I'm not thinking about no shit like that. It sends a streak up the middle that I like to run. So, dude ain't talking about shit. Now, when I lost to him and complained about the blitzing, everybody tell me, oh, Kinfolk, you tripping. That nigga blitz all game. Tell him to stop blitzing in the motion. He ain't got nobody on the people when they're motion. He blitzing everybody, every play. But now Poe talking about implementing something for that. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all crazy. This nigga blitz glitching every game. Talking about if it wasn't for that, I'm nothing without that. Nigga, you nothing without blitzing. That's all you do. The push from my ass to let Steven know. It ain't that I wasn't defending myself. I didn't even know what you was talking about. I'm asleep. I was asleep. And even after the game, I didn't even know what you was talking about when you said something about glitching. I don't even know how to do that. If you quit blitzing so much, you ain't got to worry about
Me like that. Bro, you were found not guilty. You ain't got to go in on me like that. And you know what you did. Stop, man. You know what you did, man. And there's nothing wrong with blitzing, bro. It's part of Madden, bro. It ain't a glitch. It's just a blitz. You can pick up on it. I've lost. People find ways to pick up on that shit. Come on. You just haven't. And yes, you did find a way to get better. You're right. And I wasn't going to complain about it until after you started antagonizing me, talking about AJ. I'll tell you the secret to beat that nigga. That's when I was like, oh, got to bring him to trial. We got to bring you to trial. That's all. But don't worry, my nigga. Your lawyer helped you. The commissioner, lawyer, same thing. It helped you out, bro. You good. Not guilty. Chill out. Bro, why you going on me like that? Bro, you were found not guilty. You ain't got to go in on me like that. And you know what you did. Stop, man. You know what you did, man.
I don't know if my video sent last time. My shit was fucking up in the stove. But nigga, you talking about ain't nothing wrong with blitzing, it's a blitz and all that. Yeah, okay, cool. That's cool. So what the fuck is wrong with going 5 wide and blitzing? I mean, and motioning a running back? On a play that I only do it once or twice every series. Remember, you can only run the offensive plays once. You know that, right? You can only run the offensive plays once. You know that? I don't know if my video sent last time. My shit was fucking up in the stove. But nigga, you talking about ain't nothing wrong with blitzing, it's a blitz and all that. Yeah, okay, cool.
Change my mind. Nothing's wrong with you going 5 wide. You're just finding a way to get better, like you said. So it's the truth. You did find a way to get better. It brought you to trial on the false accusations. You were found not guilty. People have spoken, the jury have spoken, the judge has spoken. Congrats, man. It's all good. You're bringing fun to the division, so I appreciate it. Real talk. You know what, bro? I changed my mind. Nothing's wrong with you going 5 wide. You're just finding a way to get better, like you said. So it's the truth. You did find a way to get better. It brought you to trial.
So there you have it, man. What is y'all thoughts on that? Was it a glitch when you're going against the blitz 5 wide set? I feel like we got. I feel like it's I feel like it's gonna be a good division for the upcoming years in the Tea Party, man. Because they gotta play each other twice, and they might meet up in the playoffs, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep the show running. That was a forced win. And our next matchup, we got Old Natural Green Bay taking on CJ and the Vikings in an NFC North battle. 369 offensive yard game, 343 for CJ and the Vikings. 253 yards rushing for Old Natural, 48 for CJ. 295 passing yards, 116 for Old Natural. 2 turnovers for CJ and 0 for Old Natural. Jared Midrick finished the day 9 of 11. No touchdowns, no interception, 120 yards passing. 17 of 30 for Kellen Mond on the day. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 295 yards passing. Aaron Jones leading all rushers in this game. 10 attempts, 172 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson, 9 receptions, 165 yards receiving, and 1 touchdown, leading all receivers in this game. And that will conclude week 15. Looking at the stats, as far as the sack leader and, everything of that such. I'm tripping. Joe Burrow still leading the league in passing yards, 6,372 yards, 77 touchdowns, 45 interceptions. Looking like a back-to-back MVP year for him. Tom Brady's behind him with 5,431 yards, 47 to 48. The rookie, Jay Munt, 5,203, 58 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. But to the nitty and gritty where it all matters. The Russian King is still sitting on top. Jonathan Taylor, 2,079 yards rushing, 27 touchdowns, and no fumbles yet on the year, leading all rushers in the league. Elijah Mitchell is second with 1,582, 18 touchdowns. Aaron Jones behind him, 1,518, 13 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook, 1,278, 22 touchdown, and Travis Etienne, 1,194 yards rushing, 12 touchdowns. And the Triple Crown winner might be a rookie, TJ in the commish. Chris Payne in the Texans, 81 receptions, 1,844 yards, and 20 touchdowns. Behind him is Jamar Chase with 1,791 yards and 21 touchdowns. And his teammate T. Higgins, 1,718 and 27 touchdowns. George Kittle, 1,492, 13 touchdowns. And Justin Jefferson with 1,430 and 10 touchdowns. Looking at the defensive side, the sack leaders. Petrie, Khalil Mack with 20.5, tied with the defending champion, Zach Kane. Tolson, falling in the Jets with 20.5 sacks on the year. Joey Bosa and Wayne with 18 sacks on the year. Myles Garrett with 17 sacks on the year. Smitty and Christian Harris with 14.5. Again, falling. Interception, ball hawk. Right now, leading is Poe Jesse Bates III with 18. Harrison Smith, CJ 14. Charvarius Ward, Mr. Owens with 12. Another Poe, 11 interceptions. Cam Taylor Britt and Ken Crossan, 11 interception and Polk. He also tied with Jeremy Chin Cabo with 11. What else we got? I'm sleepy as hell. The standings. Alright. So right now, as the playoffs, if the playoffs started this week, number one seed is Wayne being undefeated. 2 and 7 would be Poe at the 2 seed in the Bengals, and 7. The 7 seed would be Ash in the Las Vegas Raiders. The 3 and 6 seeds would be Farland and Smitty. That'd be a good ass matchup. Intriguing. Seeing how Smitty could handle the blitz that everybody complaining about. And the next one would be the 4 and 5 seed, AJ Colts and Grizzly Patriots. And there's a funny thing about it. Would it be if Poe beat him and go there, he would take the lowest seed. It'd be the next round would be Poe and the Patriots. If everything, plays out how it be. Cause the lowest seed would, yeah, it'd be Greasy and the Bengals if they met up the next round. I thought it was gonna be the Jets and the Patriots, but no. I thought they were gonna see each other the next round. Unless some losses happen and Greasy dropped to the 6 or something like that, but we shall see. Moving to the NFC side. Doug and the undefeated Cardinals got the 1 seed. Kelvin at the 2. He will be matched up with Cabo and the 7 seed. NFC South battle. The next matchup will be the 3 and the 6. CJ and Sly in the playoffs at the 6 seed with the Rams. And the 4 and the 5 would be BB and the Saints. That'd be a good matchup to see. I wouldn't know how to play out, man. NFC got some good matchups. I ain't even gonna cap to you. Like it really up for grab. With Doug really make it to the Super Bowl that he's really been talking about all season. But 1 through 7, I can't call it, man. Or 2 through 7, that first wild card week is gonna be crazy. I can't wait for it, man. Gonna definitely covering all the matchups, man. Let's see how the division's playing out, man. We're gonna crown. AFC North again goes to Poe and the Bengals. Finish the season 14 and the season ain't finished, but the division's already been, already been locked up. He got back-to-back AFC North titles, so congrats Poe on that accomplishment this year in the second season of the Tea Party. The AFC South is still undecided, man. 7-8 Colts, the last year defending AFC South champions. Still, the division up for grabs. Even with the Texans can come in and claim the top seed and make the playoffs, man. So it's gonna be an interesting division on how it plays out with the last 2 weeks left. The AFC East, another one. We just seen Patriots, Jets. They split on the year already. I looked at it already, but yeah, they split. And I mean, it really comes down to I don't know. I think the Jets gonna really repeat as a AFC East, the AFC East champions again, man. Looking at the matchups, I know the Patriots got Wayne on their schedule again, and the Jets really have some cupcakes finishing out the year, man. Unless he take another long vacation, I feel like the crown gonna remain in New York for another season. But Greasy is on the rise, so look, it'd be a good rivalry for the next upcoming season in the Tea Party. And the AFC West already been decided. Another crown for Wayne and them undefeated Chargers, taking the AFC West again. The NFC North, CJ Vikings, another crown, locking up the division in the NFC North. Woo! Kelvin and them Saints still haven't decided the division. It's gonna come down to the last couple weeks on who won it. 11-3 Bucks and 12-3 Saints. Who y'all think gonna win the South, man? I think it's gonna be Kelvin. It's gonna be a new champ in the NFC South, man. I feel like he's taking the crown from J-Mon. That's where I'm saying it, man. Next matchup is pretty much locked. NFC East this year going back to the Commanders and BB. Back-to-back NFC champion, NFC East champion again. And again, Doug locking up the NFC West back-to-back years. 14-0 on the season. He gonna close out the season undefeated is yet to be decided, but right now looking damn sure Skippy. So salute to you, Doug, on a hell of a season you had this year. What else? I think that is all, folks. We went through the divisions. Next week, well, Monday we're gonna have the last power rankings of the regular season. We're gonna have a few coaches interviews with some of the. I'm gonna try to get the number 1 season, the 1 and the 2s. Gardner had Doug interview. I'm gonna try to get Poe and Wayne on an interview. But I see, you know what I'm saying? I want to see how everything shake out. It might be some interesting matchup. I might need some shit talking going on the show. But I appreciate y'all tuning in and everything, man. I'll catch y'all on Monday. Advance is gonna be tomorrow, same time as usual. With that being said, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like and subscribe, and make sure if you haven't watched the show, Make sure y'all watch it again, or whatever the case may be. Make sure it's get out there, man. Keep the show rolling. But I see y'all. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed.